Hi everybody. I'm not hearing the intro, so perhaps I'm live. I'm not sure. We are live. Thank you, Stace. The intro, the music didn't play, so I'm a bit. Woo! Anyway, hello everybody. Morning. My name's Louise from GypsyRoseDivination.com. I'm your reader for this morning, and today I'm going to be using my flower oracle cards and postcards. This is my thing. This is what I do the most. I write courses, produce courses about flower readings and that type of thing, and I talk to flowers. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 flower oracle decks, and I've got some lovely postcards. I read with flower postcards as well. So what I thought we could do today is either you can just say hello, have see what the flowers have got to say on the cards, and I'll go a bit further. Or if you're Valentine's Day coming up next week, if you have a particular question about love, or if you're perhaps single, we can look at these beautiful. They're called the flowers of love, language of flowers, love. Spiritual questions, please, if you can. Not the usual, when's he going to text me? Because as we all know, it's up to him or her. So, yeah, spiritual questions about love and spiritual questions about what the flowers can help with. So, who wants to have a flower card? I'm losing my voice a bit today. Hi, Christine. Would love a flower card, please. Okay, right, Christine. Tell you what. Right, let me have a look. Which card we're going to go for first? We're going to go for this one. Oh, this is nice. It says it's a eucalyptus. Open your arms to receiving. You've prayed your help. Now be open to accepting it. So I hope you can see that. And it's lovely red spiky. Eucalyptus, I'm drawn to it's like we use that for colds, don't we? So I don't know if you've had somebody around you, or you've had the flu recently or a cold, but eucalyptus. Oh, you want a flower? We'll do that as well. The flower of love card. But this could be linked to love. Open your arms to receiving love from the universe, and you prayed for help. But the eucalyptus, linking in with love here, it's very cleansing. If you put an oil burner on with some eucalyptus oil in it, it's very cleansing. So I do feel you need a certain amount of cleansing around love now. Let me get a specific love card for you. Also, I don't know if somebody's been feeling under the weather with cold. So I know it's this time of year. Eucalyptus is the flowers here are quite spiky. So I don't know if somebody around you or you yourself's been feeling a bit prickly towards others, towards a possible partner. You've almost like protecting yourself, perhaps. Let me get a card. Yeah. Okay, we have Daisy, and it says a preference expressed. And there are 2 men fighting in this card and a lady looking away. Beautiful card. I love eucalyptus and have some loaves in my bathroom. Leaves, sorry, not loaves. I don't know why I said loaves. Is bread important to you? Baking bread. Have you been baking bread? So this is a lovely Daisy. Daisy is quite an innocent card, the innocent flower. It's about simplicity in life. So I feel you're the sort of person, regarding romance, you like things to run quite simply. Like these 2 men are fighting over this woman here, and I think like she's walking away. I'm not saying that you've got 2 men fighting over you or whatever, but you think, oh, I can't be bothered with drama. I just want a simple romance, love life, emotional life. If you're not in a relationship, you want a simple, innocent, almost an innocent one. I feel you're quite an innocent lady in a way. So yeah, you've been making sound sourdough bread. So that wasn't an accidental thing I came out with then. So yeah, so regarding love and relationships, whether you're single or with somebody, you want the other type of person that wants something simple, and you can't be doing with drama. Possible, we don't really do timings much in this sort of thing, but Daisy is a spring flower, so you don't like drama. Brilliant, that's what I thought. Timings for you, I think you feel at your best in the spring. Emotionally, we like having a spring in our step, and that's what I feel with you. You just don't like the drama, and yeah, so that's what I'm feeling with you, Christine. And be aware that if you want love, because that was your question, open your arms to receiving it, even if it's not from another person, from the spirit world, from your guides. They will, if you ask for love. And look after yourself as well. If you have been feeling a bit under the weather, perhaps, or looking after somebody in the family that's got the sniffles or whatever, look after yourselves. That's what I want. That's what I'm feeling. You need to look after yourselves. And come the springtime, when the daisies are out, you'll be feeling much better, particularly in your emotional life and close relationships and friendships as well. So I'll leave that with you. Thank you, Christine. Elska, you'd like a card. Now, what should we have for you today, Elsa? Elsa. Right. Oh, gosh, we've had a load falling out. They always fall on the floor. Let's get one. Okay, we have Pansy, and it says reflection. Someone is in love with you and thinking about you. Keep a good mood, a clear mind, and calm spirit. Do you understand this at all? Elsa, is somebody in love with you? Of course, this is just what it's saying on the card. But the pansy, again, a nice, gentle flower. This one is blue, and it's got like nice lines coming. We've got the yellow center. So blue's a very healing color. Blue represents the throat chakra. So I feel this is about communication at the moment. So maybe if you do have if you are in a relationship, somebody may be thinking about you, possibly, but perhaps you need to speak to somebody. This could be a friend as well. No, not at all. Okay, I don't know what the not at all was to. Is this being in a relationship? Someone in love with you? Is that what you're saying? Not at all to. But regarding the pansy and the blue lovely flowers, I feel there may be a connection with fairies around you. You might not realize this, but I feel that almost a bit like the daisy, it's like a very simple going out in nature, if that makes sense to you. I feel there may be a connection with fairies. Do you like drawing, Elsa? What's those fairy cards? The fairy. Oh, it's gone now. My mind's gone blank. Would you understand, Elsa, that around you at the moment? Yes, for fairies, yeah. Would you understand, Elsa, at the moment you've been feeling a bit spaced out? Because I get that, or sometimes it's somebody in spirit, but I feel that you're feeling a bit spaced out at the moment, perhaps a bit, I want to say a bit, feeling a bit blank and confusion. And because this pansy is blue, I feel there's a need to speak out. Also, because the fairies play tricks on people, even if we can't see them. Does this make sense to you at all, that there might be a bit of trickery going on around you at the moment? Do you lose things? Yes, for spaced out. Do you lose things like you'll put your keys down or some coins down and then you can't find them, a watch, your phone, I feel there's a bit of a mix-up going on, almost like fairies will play tricks on you, but you're just losing things, if that makes sense. But I just feel there's a need to communicate with others at the moment. And like the card says, it's a time for reflection. So I don't know if you meditate a lot, but it's like going back to the past. This kind of reminds me of a going back to your past when everything was much more innocent, childhood memories, and reflecting on it. Going back to your past might help with the present spaced out feeling and confusion, because I do feel that you may be misplacing items in the house, not losing things, but time is ridiculous. Okay, so Elsa, I do feel there's a need to reflect on your past, maybe when you was a child, as it somehow links to what's going on around you now, like what you said with your sense of timing. So I'll leave their love with you, Elsa, and thank you. And here's your pansy. Right, who would like a card now, please? Joanne Griffiths. Hi, Joanne. I'm going to get a postcard for you, Joanne. Right, let's see what we've got. We have this lovely card, and it is, let me have a look what it's called. It is the Pasque flower, Pulsatilla hallieri. This is very pretty, isn't it? And that's the postcard for you from Spirit today, from the flower spirits. It's like it's showing up a bit purple. It's more like a maroony colour with yellow in the middle. Now, what can we say about this flower, Pasque flower today? So your inner core is yellow, but there's a slight bit of pinky on it. So I feel that yellow is the colour of intelligence. I do feel that you're a very intelligent person, Joanne. But the pink as well would suggest a bit about emotions. I feel you're quite intelligent about relationships and friendships. The petals surrounding the flower are a nice pinky, maroony, purpley colour. So I feel it's almost like a deep pink. I feel you're very good with friends and relationships, and you have a lot of intelligence at your core about what to do about friendships. Does this make sense to you, Joanne? I feel that if anybody around you was having problems with relationships and friendships, they would come to you because you would be able to speak almost like words of wisdom to them. What else can we say? I do feel also, but the yellow can be a bit of anxiety. Sometimes you get anxious about your friendships and relationships, or nervous. There's a need sometime, most definitely, there's a bit of stress regarding them as well. But if you look deep down into your core, the yellow in the core of the flower, the core of you can find the answers to help deal with any relationship or friendship stress. The pink is the color of relationships and friendships, is the heart chakra, but it's much more deep. It's much more like a purple, a mixture of pinky purple. Purple's the spiritual aspect, the third eye, the brow. So it's like saying these three pinky, purple, yellow colors, like saying you do get stressed about your friendships and relationships around you at times, but you have the intelligence to be able to go deep within to sort them out. Does that make sense, Joanne? And also, I'm losing my voice a bit, so there's a bit of a need to talk with others I'm just going to get you a word card. We have breathe, breathe. Slow down and contemplate the tea. Violets and ivy tangled around the leaves. Yes, you do help everyone. I can sense that. So you just need to breathe. Easier said than done. Just slow down. Whenever you, I think what the flower, what we call these the flower davers, they are the spirits. This is what's communicating with me now. And my voice is going because I need to talk about it a lot. So I feel you need to talk about it. I'll just get a drink of water. As you can see, they're communicating quickly and I'm getting out of breath. So that's what I'm feeling with you. You need to breathe, slow down. Any stresses with friendships and relationships, just take your time and breathe, and then the answers will come. And carry on helping everybody, because we all need to help each other, don't we? That's what we're here for. So you're almost like a counsellor and they like that. So thank you very much for working with me today, Joanne. And remember to just take it slowly and breathe in and out. Right then. Who would like a card now? December Hill. What a lovely name. I do. December. Right. Let's get a flower for you. Right. What have we got for December today? Well, I just want to say that you like me, please. I know you either your name really is December, or that's your you just call yourself that. I do feel drawn to Christmas with you. Do you like Christmas? Hydrangea, focus on wholeness above and below. This is the blue hydrangea. Hydrangeas can get to be quite big bushes. So focus on wholeness above and below. What I want to say about this hydrangea, they're often pink. They can have bits of purple and blue in. I want to say, I'm going to tell you a story now. I don't know if this makes any sense to you. Your mum loves Christmas. Right. Does my mum and dad had a hydrangea in our back garden, and they used to throw their tea bags on it. It's just they brought that memory up. Is tea important to you, December? Do you do something with used tea bags, or do you work with, or are you really mad? Is your mum really mad on tea? Just got a really strong feeling about tea with you. Different types of tea, herbal tea. Do you make your own tea? Just a really strong feeling, you or your mum, about tea, or somebody in spirit, a grandma that absolutely loved her tea. I know British people, I don't know where you are in the world, but mad on tea. Does this make sense? Tea. Now we have, I'm looking at the petals here. We have 4 petals in 4 petals in the flowers there. So I don't know if the number 4 is important to you. We have a bit of blue on the image and a bit of white. So blue, once again, is the throat. The white is the simplicity, the cleanliness, and the spiritual. That's what I'm feeling from this, because it says the wholeness above and below. So do you, December, do you feel like sometimes you're being stretched like this, or down here? There's a need to almost stretch. Would this be to do with exercise? I'm just feeling like I'm being stretched up. Or is this your mother? Is there a need to be more flexible, literally? That's what I'm getting with this, because it's going on about we drink iced tea, right? Iced tea, that's nice. So yeah, there's a big thing about tea, but I just feel there's something about stretching like this, being flexible. It could be symbolic, but I do feel it's actual exercise. There's a need to stretch, doing more and getting stuff about perhaps yoga and Pilates. Do you understand this, December? And also regarding your name, December, we're all sat in, it's January now, we're all sat in, unless it's summer wherever you are, I don't know where you are, we're all in the cold, we're trying to stay in and we're not stretching enough. I just feel that around you at the moment, December. Yeah, but there's a very strong thing. I feel a grandma in spirit, somebody like that, an auntie, and or a great aunt, something to do with tea. And generally using herbs, herb gardens. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but gathering herbs and making tea, wine, that sort of thing. If you don't know, perhaps you could ask back in the family. Yeah, but there's a need for, if it's not for exercise, it's the need for flexibility in your life. That's what I'm feeling with you right now, December. So thank you for working with me. All right. Thank you for confirming that. You do need to do stretches for my neck. Yeah, because they've got they said about above and below, so that makes sense. Brilliant. So that's just a confirmation from Spirit and the Flower Kingdom. Do that. It will help. It will help a lot. So thank you, December. Right then, Emma, good morning. Would love a link with my brother. I miss him so much. Bless you. Right. Which card shall we use now? We'll use these. Let me see. Could we have a link, please, for Emma's brother? I'm seeing a TV program from the past, from the late 60s, early 70s. So I'm just going to describe that. Would you understand somebody that would collect a lot of junk, like a junkyard, or maybe even antiques, but what people would consider junk? There used to be something in the UK called a rag and bone man, and that's what they're showing me. I don't know where you are in the world, but I'm in Britain, and there used to be a TV program on called Steptoe and Son. I don't know if you've heard of that, but that's the kind of feeling. That's what's coming up in my mind's eye. Junkyards, like collecting things to sell and that type of thing. Going around the streets selling things, what people would call junk. But now we'd have like the charity shops, the thrift shops. But that's what I'm feeling. Does that make sense to you, or Emma, somebody in spirit? Or is that you? Do you have a lot of junk to get rid of? We've got the sacred lotus flower here, and it says enlightenment. No mud, no lotus. So that's very nice. Enlightenment. Would you understand, Emma, that you've been trying to get in touch spiritually with your brother? And it's almost like you would like, through him, not just to know how he is, but to know about the other side almost. You'd like to know what it's like there. When we die, when we pass on, what happens? Would you understand that? You'd like, almost like him to tell you what happens after we die, and so you can really trust that there is the spirit world. And okay, you're in Britain, you need to get rid of things, right? That's what yeah, I just had this steptoe feeling, but I do feel there's a link in spirit with this, somebody that used to like have or something to do with antiques or junk or rag and bone man. But regarding your brother, he's saying that he'd like you to find out more about the meaning of life and what happens when we die. Do some research into it, perhaps. Plenty of books and articles out there. It's like you need a bit of comfort. I do believe a lot of people that are very connected will say that, for instance, the flowers will become a lot more brighter. Everything you're going to like build a home. I feel this could be for a lot of people watching right now. The belief is that we go to where we need to be. So we have like our home, we'll meet our loved ones again, and all the colors are meant to be so much brighter. So the flowers will be like nothing you've ever seen before, all different varieties and everything. Nothing needs watering. And that's what I'm feeling with you. Your brother would like you. Yes, I've been trying everything possible. Well, the only way we're going to do this really, Emma, is to ask your brother for help with this. And you really, I don't know if you meditate, but you really need to start looking into some sort of meditation, either going on YouTube or finding a group, and what we call sitting in the power. If you do some research on sitting in the power, sitting in the energy of spirit, and taking note of your dreams, have a journal, have just some paper to write on, take note, ask for questions before you go to sleep. Say, show me what the spirit world's like. Or if you can meditate, learn how to meditate. If possible, join a group, either online or in real life. Spiritualist churches have a lot of these groups. And also enlightenment can also be about Buddhism. I don't know if there's a connection of Buddhism around you somewhere, either somebody you know or somebody in the past. You've been looking at the lotus flower necklace. That's lovely. That's definitely on the right lines now. So that's brilliant. That's confirmation there that this is what your spirit is urging you to find more enlightenment. I definitely think this is about life after death. So more research but asking, sitting in the power, sitting in your own meditative practice, working with crystals, the amethyst crystal. If not very good at meditating, or if it takes a while, it takes me a while to get back into it, I hold a amethyst crystal and it makes my head start itching. When you work in this energy, you'll find that you have like a cobweb feeling coming, and you'll know that the spirit world and the spirit within is coming into more focus. So that's what I'm feeling with you, Emma. When you're in a meditative state, you can put some nice music on, hold a crystal if you have one, particularly the amethyst, and just start to ask questions. And you get images flash up, or you might have a word in your ear that's not literally, well, you might, but just pay attention to your thoughts that aren't your own. So ask you questions about what happens, where do we go, what's the purpose of life, why am I here? That's what I'm feeling with you. There's a need to go on a much deeper level, a new path in your life. So I hope that makes sense, Emma. And so the lotus flower, very much to do with the chakras, if you know about those, and getting yourself in balance, in the right sort of state to do meditation. So I'll leave your brother's love with you, and do have a clear out. Is your brother doing okay? Of course he is. He's not on this earth anymore. But yes, he is, and that's what he was showing me, because I asked, and it was just have a good clear out around your house, and he's fine, because I think it's a lot nicer where everybody else goes than where we are here, but we make the most of when we're here, don't we? But they've got all the lovely scenery, apparently. He was just making me aware of that we go to wherever the nice place is that we've been here, they can go. That's where their spirit goes. And they say that in books and that. So, yeah, he's doing fine, and he's bringing his love, and he's blowing a kiss to you and telling you to get rid of the junk. So I'll leave your brother's love with you. Thanks, Emma. Hi, Shirley Ann. Is there anything from my son, please, Louise? Would love a message from him. Okay, Shirley Ann. Shirley, have you been doing your family history at all, your family tree? Or if not, then you should be. There's a need to find out about your family history, your roots, I feel here. It's your son, isn't it? Would you understand that there's something about your family history you're not sure about, that maybe something that your mum or your dad has said that doesn't seem to ring true? It's almost like perhaps going back, grandparents or great-grandparents, maybe there was illegitimate child or something like that. It might not be that, but would you understand the family tree? And would you understand, do you have a sister, Shirley Ann? There's something about a sister, or is that an aunt? The word sister is being called, and I'm not sure what it's about. I feel there might be somebody's sister, or your sister if you have one. There's been some sort of distance, arguments. It's been arguments and then it's gone quiet. But it could be because it's the family tree. I don't know if there was two people. One of them was a sister that fell out. That's what I'm getting. We have morning glory, affection, tenacity and tenderness in all things. Be gentle but strong in your endeavours with other people, animals and nature. Above all, hold fast to your goals. Yes, you do have a sister. All right, so that makes sense. Right, this beautiful blue flower. You've got one here and one on the other side. Right, okay. They're going on about the family tree then. So maybe your son was saying one of his sisters is here. Would you understand that your brother, I don't know what it is, either you've fallen out with a sister, one of your sisters fell out with a sister, or what else is it? Or the brother fell out with a sister. Was there some, or your, all your siblings, did somebody fall out with a sister or something like that? Or is this back in the past? I don't know. There's something to do with falling out, I feel. And this is saying affection. So I do feel at times in your past, when you were younger, you and your siblings could have expressed a bit more affection towards each other. There's definitely something in your family history about siblings falling out and the need to be kinder to each other. Would you understand a connection? I don't know. I don't know where you are in the world. Would you understand a connection with the Midlands? We had a cousin who was classed as a sister and none of us speak to her. Right. Okay. Well, I feel there's a need to have a go at sorting this out and being showing some kindness to her, because she may be struggling. I feel that what your brother and your it's your son, isn't it? I'm getting hang on, did you say you got a brother? Anyway, I got all these people that just feel a big falling out. Your son's in spirit, isn't it? Right, anyway, so I feel I've got quite a few people in spirit telling me about this. The cousin who's classed as a sister, there's a need to, they'd like some sort of resolution there and some kindness. What I was saying, I don't know if you know Britain at all. Would you understand the connection with the Midlands in the UK, the area? Because I'm being drawn to the Midlands in your family history. I'm seeing also maybe the north of England. I'm seeing chimneys and factories, that type of thing. There's going on about your family history. It's like industrial and things like that. But this could be symbolic. Your son is saying about an industry. Are you setting up a sort of your own business that's quite industrious? Because it feels like there's busyness, and like the chimneys and the factories will be making things. People will be doing like whatever. In the UK, I have a brother over here and a sister, but one sister is over with my son. Yes, can take connection with Midlands, in specific around the Nottingham area, the East Midlands, Nottingham, Derby, Leicester. I have a brother over here and a sister, but what? Right, okay, yeah. Oh, so the son with your sister, the son and the sister in spirit, that's where it's all coming from. And they would like you to. So, all right. Oh, I see. Right. I understand. Thank you. I've got the hang of it now. Your son, the people that are left behind, you and your brother and sister, is it? They would like all of you to reach out to the cousin, because it's important, because I feel your cousin's ancestors, maybe the mother or something, would like to see they would like to see you all back together. It's important in this, with the grief, that everybody is, the grief and the memories about your whole family, if that makes sense. Regarding your business, I'm seeing the factories and the chimneys and the need to be industrious. It's time to start going again with it. He'd like you to take it up again. He says, thank you for grieving for me. The grieving process is ongoing, but it's time that you threw yourself into the industry, being industrious, because he doesn't want you to be sad all the time. There's times to be sad when you get home at night. In the day, he wants you to thrive. He's saying he wants you to thrive again. And it's important because we need the money, don't we? And we need to do something positive for ourselves. He's right behind you with this business. You see the smoke's coming out the chimney, and busy. I see in my mind's eye, people are going about the town, the city. This feels like a city thing. They're going about their work and they're busy. It's all busy. But he wants you to carry on with this business because it will thrive if you put the effort in. And he's right behind you and the other people. And yeah, that's what he wants you to do. And he wants you to move forward in the future with this business, because it feels that it's something that you could get really passionate about and be good at, and bring in the money. So that's what, even if it's just part-time business, yeah, it'd be very, very good for you. So that's what I'm feeling about that, Shirley Ann. And yeah, try and bring the family back together as a whole, because that's what their biggest wish is for. So thank you, Shirley Ann. Get your family members to all show a bit of affection toward you, wider family, the wider family, because when somebody passes in the family, even if it's your cousins, they're still their relations as well. And even if they're not actively grieving like you are, they're still thinking about the past. They're thinking about the family, everybody, the grandmas, and the granddads, the great grandparents are all like overseeing all this, and they're seeing things in the family that's not quite right, and thinking, oh, Shirley Ann's stopped working and very sad, and this cousin over here feeling a bit isolated from the others, and that's what I'm feeling anyway. So thank you, Shirley Ann, and I hope that you're feeling better about all this soon. Hi, Ian. Right then, Ian, let me get a card for you. Right, Ian. Would you understand, Ian, that on the whole, you're quite a positive person? I feel you are quite positive, and you're quite a chatty person, sociable. You try to look on the bright side of life. I've got that Monty Python song, always look on the bright side of life. We have here African Violet, cleanse your energy. When you release negativity, the answer to your questions shine through. So maybe I've got that the other way around. Perhaps you've been normally positive, but you've been feeling a bit negative just lately. I don't know if you know anything about the African violets. They're usually house plants, and they're usually quite easy to kill off. They need a lot of care as a house plant. Water, you can overwater them easy. So I feel this is about you. You need a lot of care. It's the right sort of care, nurturing yourself. Are you eating well? So having the right amount of food, the right amount of water, the right amount of drinks, the right amount of exercise. Yeah, feeling a bit under lately. But you're normally a very strong, positive person, sociable, look on, the bright side of life. But you've been feeling under par and depleted. And this African violet, it's like easy to kill off. You're not going to be killed off, but you do need looking after. Maybe you need looking after. Would you understand that you seem to thrive better when other people look after you? Or is it that you're good at looking after other people, and but not so much yourself, because you're giving too much to other people, because it says cleanse your energy? So I feel that maybe you because you're so positive on the whole, that you give too much to others. Do you understand that, Ian? So you give too much at times, but don't really get it back yourself sometimes. I feel this is like what we call the January blues. We're actually keep saying January, February now. Spring is coming, so I feel that you automatically get a spark of the positivity, the excitement for the future again, through the spring. And I feel that you work best in the summer with the heat. I'm feeling off balance, but need some support. Yeah. Okay. So I do feel that you, throughout the year, you maybe you are affected, the seasonal affective disorder. I do feel that you have that slightly. You get affected by the dark and the light. So we come into the winter and there's not much natural light. I don't know. I'm being shown the lamps. Hate winter. Yeah. It's a bit affected by the season, but not bad, because even if you because you're so positive normally, then you're still positive in the winter, but not quite your usual zappy self. I want to go like this. It's like normally, right, you think, right, I'm going to go out today, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, and you'll do it. But at the moment, feeling a bit off, and they're just showing me, spirit showing me the lamps that help the light. Something about lighting in your home may help. Also, because we're getting the house plants. Perhaps not choose this one, the African violet, because it's easy to kill off. But house plants in general, they change the energy of your room, your living room. So they bring the nature into the home, so we get their lovely healthy vibrations. I don't know if you like house plants, just experimenting with things in your living room, your area where you are the most, like the lighting and plants and decor. Perhaps there's a need to do a little bit of almost like decorating or reorganizing, just to perk you up a bit. What else? I'm seeing rainbows. So colors are important. I don't know if your house is a bit beige, or the walls a bit beige. Do you need perhaps have some pictures and some bit of color around you? I know men aren't so colorful. It's usually women, isn't it? But bringing some color into your life and some light, and looking after yourself, making sure you've got the right things going into your body. So that's what I feel about you, Ian, and keeping yourself warm as well. That's important. So, but they're showing me going through the year, you get your spark of almost like electricity in the summer. And so it's like trying to bring that into the winter. But so, yeah, so just suggestions really from them for perking up your living room, if that makes sense, because it will help, particularly the lighting, I feel, and maybe plants, your health. Up for all that. Thanks. Well, you take that on board then. Thanks for confirming that, Ian. Sometimes when we're stuck in a rut, anybody out there, it just helps to move your room around in your bedroom, change your bed. You don't have to spend money really, or just moving your sofa around, moving the TV, it can give you a different perspective of life, I think. And I think I need to do that myself, actually. But even like the daffodils, they've got the daffodils in the supermarkets now for a pound. Just bringing a vase of daffodils into our living room, it can help us, can't it? Because daffodils is birth, rebirth, a new beginning, bringing us the promise of spring. So all of us, I think I'm going to as well, if we all buy a bunch of £1 daffodils, put them in a vase, and just look at them, and it really perks up our living space. So let's just all reorganize our living rooms perhaps, and we might feel a bit more better. Let some natural light in if we're not able to go out so much, if it's too cold to go out. So thank you, Ian, and I'll leave the spirits love with you. Davy, would love a message from my dad in spirit, please. Okay, Davy. Davy, would you understand somebody in spirit that worked on the railways or railroads, wherever you are in the world, worked with trains, or there is a connection with trains? I'm just seeing trains, and this is like a bit more old-fashioned. This could be symbolic, though, of your journey being on a train. I've got the pansy again about reflecting. So there's a bit of reflection around you at the moment, thinking back to the past, to the time when your dad was around. Just seeing trains, Davy, if that makes sense. I'm seeing shoveling. I feel this is steam trains, shoveling coke, or is this your granddad shoveling coke into the I don't know what you call it, the furnace, to get the train going. But this could be symbolic. Do you understand trains at all? We've got Buttercup. Be ready, the best is on its way. That's what your dad's sending you today, the Buttercup. Buttercup's very nice, spring light, small, make me think of children. So I feel there's memories of you as a child with your dad. And he's saying we've got the reflection card, we've got the Buttercup, the childhood card. So he'd like you to think back to when you were children, when you was a child, if you're not already, and think of the good times you had with your dad. I feel that if it's not a steam train, then it's symbolic of your journey through life, and you've come to a bit of a standstill at the moment, but it's saying the best is on its way. So that's nice. So your dad is saying today to get your house in order, get your life in order, get things completed, anything that's not finished, get your affairs in order, get things up to date, because there's a new part of your journey on this symbolic train. We're going to go on a slightly different, a newer path in the future. I don't know if you understand the name Stephen at all. I'm hearing that being called. So yeah, a new journey. Be ready for a new journey. And I'll leave his love with you. Thanks, Davy. Vanessa Scuba would absolutely love to connect. Well, I'm immediately thinking about the sea now with your lovely name. Okay, Vanessa. Right, what flower? I'm going to have a nice postcard for you, Vanessa. What shall we have? We have Iris. Iris. It's Iris, Mrs. Barnard. So we've got a lovely Iris. Iris, I can categorically say, is my favourite flower ever. The iris, purpley bluey with the yellow inside at the core. Irises, they can be connected with the water, but iris is the messenger from spirit. So that's nice, isn't it? They're connected to one of the gods, goddesses. I forgot which one it is now. Mine's gone blank, but it's the messenger, pardon me, of spirit. Beautiful flower. I know it is, isn't it? Quite easy to grow, Vanessa. I don't know if you grow flowers at all. I do feel somebody in spirit, perhaps a grandma link and a granddad. Did they grow flowers? And they may have grown irises, but there may also be a connection with the name Iris as well. I can't remember what god it is. Oh dear, goddess. Might be Athena, I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a strong goddess connection with the flower iris, and I think there's a Greek connection. I don't know if you have a connection with Greek mythology or the country Greece at all. Have you been on holiday there? Would you like to go to Greece? I'm just seeing like archaeology and things like that. Yes, your nan loved gardening, nature. Yeah. I'm getting strong feelings of like Greek and Roman and archaeology and buildings. And I don't know if you remember the TV program Time Team. It's like it's digging and that sort of thing. Archaeology. You're in Turkey. All right. Well, kind of as that kind of got the similar archaeology to Greece. This is ancient stuff. Would you understand? Is it your grandma that had an interest in? Oh right, Thank you for confirming it. Like, you love archaeology. Yes, I had a strong feeling of archaeology and ancient civilizations with you, Vanessa. So that's good. I don't know if you would have liked to have studied history, like almost like degree level, or certainly high school level, but you've not done that. But there's certainly a lot about history with you and ancient civilizations. Again, goddesses, gods, and it's almost like connecting the spiritual stories we know to the actual history. So, you know, like the ancient Egyptians, we had all the god, you know, they all had animal heads and things like that. It's like that. It's like connecting the stories and the mythology to the history. You would love to be able to change the world for the better. Okay, I do feel that there is some sort of course, because they're showing me all this almost like a degree level. There's some sort of possibly a spiritual course where you're going quite deep with mythology, spiritual history, ancient history. And once again, you're like trying to find out the meaning of life. If this makes any sense to you, this is something for the future, I feel. But you need to find the facts. It's like the scientific plus the spiritual. You want both, but it's to do with ancient history. Yes, that's true. It's ancient history, archaeology. I don't know if you've studied DNA at all. You know anything about DNA? You know, we have the DNA from bones. We have the DNA from the soil. That's to do with the plants as well. It's definitely something about researching the past and connecting it to the spiritual. That's what I'm getting for you today. From your picture, which I can see, and your name, the scuba, would you understand? Are you interested in the legendary tale of Atlantis? And the other one, Lemuria. I am indeed. Atlantis and Lemuria. And right, brilliant. That's what I'm getting. Also, I believe Plato, the philosopher Plato, was something that who wrote things about this. It's really finding out the actual history, the science, and then finding out. So anyway, we're on the right lines with Gran and her irises. Yeah, that's a good way to go, because I do feel there's a proper, almost like you're doing at a degree level, doing some sort of like almost like a dissertation, some deep thing, going very, very strongly into the history of the ancient civilizations, going around the world. They're showing me a map of the world. Could Atlantis be in, because I went to Greece first, the place beginning Santorini. That's one of the places they said. Maybe that's what they're showing me, because I was getting stuff about Greece. But then they also said it could be near the Bahamas, was it? All these different places. It's like they're showing me a map, going around and doing actual research there. Sounds really interesting, and I want to do it with you. We have, oh wow, this is the most fantastic card for you, Vanessa, with your scuba diving. Hidden depths. You only see the surface, look beyond that. This is a great card to leave this session on today. Hidden depths. All right, many earthquakes here in Santorini especially. Yeah. So hidden depths. So literally you're scuba diving and seeking out, going really deep into the science, the history, and the spiritual, and the geography and all that. So that's a great place to leave this, Vanessa. And I'm really jealous, and I think this really nice. I like it. And then we all got that all from an iris flower. So my mind's gone blank, but you research what goddess the iris is, because I've gone and forgotten. I should know this. I work with the flowers all the while, but you go just research what the flower. If not, I'll try and put it in the chat when we're finished. Might be Athena, I'm not sure, but have a look at the iris, the symbolism of the iris flower, and that might guide you in the right direction. So I'll leave Grand's love and with you, and good luck with all this, because the archaeology and all that lot sounds so interesting. I could see you almost being like, showed me the Titanic now, but it's just like, it's almost like really going up to things close to really do some research, hard research on this. So thanks, Vanessa. And thank you, everybody. If I didn't manage to get to you today, have a lovely week. And I'll see you again in a fortnight on Tuesday, 2 weeks. So happy Tuesday and bye.